recording.
So my family moved to Utah 3 years ago now. And anytime anybody would ring our doorbell, I would start singing that. My wife was like, you have to stop. You cannot sing songs from the Book of Mormon every time someone rings their doorbell in Utah.
Is that what Caro hit us with? That was the Book of Mormon? I haven't seen that play, actually.
Mm-hmm. And I said, but can I? I think I could do that.
I think I can. I'll be honest with you guys. The only plays I've seen have been Tyler Perry's, where he does his what's his famous movies now? They were all plays before.
Medea's House,
Diary of a Mad Black Woman, Medea's House, yeah, all of those. Mm-hmm. And then Hamilton when it came on Disney Plus, and obviously Hamilton's incredible. So now I'm like, all right, like maybe I would fork up the money to go see those in live in Chicago. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, definitely. They every year the Book of Mormon, or every time they go on tour, they end their tour in Salt Lake City, and I haven't been able to go over there and see it yet. But to see it play, making fun of Mormons in Salt Lake City, I think would be a special thing.
That's it.
We think
really
DeQuinn has done his entrance, but he was actually just muted the whole time.
I heard a "Hey buddy." Was that him or was that someone else?
I didn't hear him.
I didn't hear him. I may have said "Hey buddy," or you're talking to. Oh no, is it Dax? You talking to an animal?
Hello?
Yeah, that was
hello?
me. Yes.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, mate, what's going on?
Yeah, I was talking to my cat.
Oh.
Hey buddy.
Hey buddy.
Now I want to find my cat.
Everyone, cat break. I don't have a cat, so I won't be back in time for the show, but I'll find one.
I can't be bothered. She's probably ventured 5 houses down the street or something.
Oh, she's one of those. She's like an Aristocat.
She is very adventurous. I call her my rogue tabaxi.
That's awesome. When I was in South Carolina, we had very outdoors pets, and so the idea of an indoors pet was new to me. And when I came to Chicago, but now I look back, I'm like, Jesus, I would only see my dog once every week or two, and I'm like, all right, I guess that was normal. But now I feel like a monster. Let's see here. I've got the music loud because it only records well when it's loud, but it'll probably piss me off halfway through and I'll have to turn it back down. So make sure you guys adjust it in Roll20. I think we're going to do a little shorter session today. I hope that's okay with everyone. Probably the 2.5 hour mark. I know Caro's got to go.
That's fine.
Wife's not feeling
I got
the
rated
best.
8.
You got a rated 8. So we're going to, I'm probably going to leave out some of the, encounters in the middle, kind of the fluff that, this module kind of, this module has me rolling for encounters every session. To be real honest with you guys, some of my rolls have been a bit of a doozy sometimes, so I've kind of tried to adjust. I'm kind of like a 1.5 encounter kind of guy a session. Remember we were doing the Thunder Giants? We were playing 4 fights a game.
Yeah.
And
I just feel like that's kind of much. Yeah, it was a lot. So just kind of let you guys know. So we're gonna do it today, and then we're gonna have an awesome session next time. And then we're going to say goodbye to Caro because she's starting school, I believe, right?
Yeah, going back to university, learning how to be a digital media designer.
Stop bettering yourself and just play games on the internet.
And just play games.
I wish, but I already spent the $10,000.
Get your money back, girl.
All right. Fine.
So next session will be your last, right? And then, but you may come back if you feel like it. If you I don't know how long.
What does that mean for this being my first campaign? I have no idea what that means. So
it means we're gonna kill her character.
Gonna keep? Okay.
No, we'll put our character in a place where, we'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out next session, right? But so
I will actively make sure Carol will die.
No. So we'll put a pin in Carol, however is appropriate, and then I'll probably look to bring another person on. That's kind of my thing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I mean she's our only female voice too, and like we need female voices. I can't just listen to 3 of you guys the entire time.
I mean, I can put on a female voice
oh,
if you
Yeah,
want.
we know you can too, Jared.
Oh my Lanta. I don't know why both of our females were Southern. At least I feel like mine was Southern. Shit, we killed her. We can't kill her this session. We gotta
Early.
wait.
Killed her early.
Yeah, it just
There we
means
go. I've recovered.
it just means we'll probably find one more person, and even if the Carol comes back later, 5 is an okay number. So we'll just play it by ear. You know, we'll sort it out. It'll be fine. You can fix anything in narrative. That's kind of been my motto for this campaign so far, if you guys haven't noticed yet. So, but yeah. So that'll be it. I think DeQuinn has someone else he's supposed to send my way. He's yet to do so, so I don't know if that person's in or out yet. But
She hasn't given me a yes or no yet. She just had to figure out her UD schedule as well. But
yeah.
before she commits to it.
The positive side is finding players is usually pretty easy.
Finding players that commit, however, guilty
Yeah.
as charged.
Well, you got like 8 or I mean it's been what 8 sessions, so 2 weeks, so 16 weeks. I mean you did fine, and you gave me
It's a
3.
commitment.
You gave me 3 episodes heads up you were leaving, which is unheard of in most cases. So it's fine. It's fine. We'll make it work, guys. We'll make it work. All right. Cool. Well, let's hop into this. Let me start the stream here. Let me push some buttons. I've also had a couple brewskis today. Just gonna let you guys know. So
Oh shit, yeah.
I
whatever.
had all mine last night.
Whatever happens.
We were playing Ultimate Chicken Horse. Did you ever play that at back at the office?
Doesn't sound like a real game. I'm gonna be real.
It's a
honest
real
with you.
game. It's
It is a real game.
it's a 4-player like competitive platformer where you have to get to a goal, and then every round you get like traps to place or platforms or whatever, and you make the level as hard or as easy as you can. But if everyone makes it, nobody gets points, and if nobody makes it, nobody gets points. So it's like a, scaling difficulty kind of competitive thing. It's really fun though.
Interesting. Okay. And you got intoxicated for this gameplay.
Oh, yeah.
Is what you're telling me.
I was hooting and hollering last night.
Hootin' and hollering. Are you streaming these or no? You don't really stream that much, do you?
No, I don't stream.
Brendan playing?
He's gonna play that on the next one for sure. He's the one that showed me that game in the first place.
All right.
Way back when.
We'll have to catch up on it. We'll catch up on it. All right. Let's fire up this whole streaming thing. We're just gonna jump into it. I didn't even I'm not gonna do an intro. Well, at least like an intro. So last session you guys got to Bryn Shander. We're fiddle farting around, walking around some, checking out the scenes. You guys came across oh boy, I don't have any of my names ready. What was the name of that temple? Oh god, I can already see how this session's gonna go now. I have everything ready for after Bryn Shander. You guys found the temple you were supposed to go find, whose name eludes me at the moment, but I will pull it up. Temple of the Morning Lord, actually.
Morning Lord.
Yeah, just hit me.
I was like shining something. No.
Yeah, so I knew it was sunshine related. Oh god.
The walking
Super
on
Mario
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yeah, so you got to Temple of the Morning Lord. You met God, what was her name? Oh my goodness, guys. I keep saying Copper Knobberknocker, which is not his name. Miss Shan is the name of the priest. She runs that temple that Melandra had contacted to set up as a sort of home base for her and Caro. God, months ago it seems like. But you finally got there. You met Miss Shan, very nice lady. She offered you guys kind of like a bit of like a resting place there in Bryn Shander. You actually went to Black Iron Blades as well to try and I think to get your chitin plates manufactured in a way that can that you could wear them, DeQuinn.
Mm-hmm.
You also met Copper. I have to read this name and say it, otherwise.
Copper Slobberknocker.
No. Odaxi, that is
Phenomena.
inappropriate. This is a G-rated, R-rated, PG-17 stream. Copper Knobberknocker. A small rock gnome who was also staying in the top of the House of the Morning Lord. And he mentioned to you that a friend of his up north hadn't written back in a couple days and he was worried. You also met 3 mining dwarves who had been ambushed on the road back from Kelvin's Cairn, which is a large, basically like a large kind of singular mountain area in the center of Ten Towns. And one of their friends had been eaten by a yeti, and they lost all of their iron. And I mean, basically everyone everywhere needs help from someone, from you guys specifically. So after kind of a little bit of time running around town, you decide to head north to check out both this Knobberknocker's friend, as well as check on the iron ore sled that had been ambushed. You find the sled, except you find now that it's being pulled by a bunch of small goblins, and even in the distance you see a wagon as well. So you guys kind of rush up to the iron sled, and I actually recorded all of this. However, for whatever reason, Discord never moved you guys out of Bryn Shander, so it's just me talking for like an hour, and then the map is just Bryn Shander. So anyone who watches the uploaded version, when I actually get around to uploading, will not see any of this fight actually take place. But you guys get to the sled, pretty handedly dispatch the goblins that were guarding the sled around, feeding, I think, one goblin to some polar bears that were tied up to the wagon. And you guys pretty handedly just dispatch the whole situation. I think the goblin leader actually gets away, flees to the north, and then as the fight kind of winded down and you guys are collecting yourselves, you hear this sort of roar in the distance, this howl almost that kind of reverberates around the open plain. And that's where we left off. And in fact, you guys hear this roar again, except this time it seems slightly further, heading towards the north. Can you guys see? Actually, let me make sure you guys are actually on the right screen. So let me pull this up.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we were supposed to see something.
You guys on the main screen? I'm sorry. So sorry, guys. So sorry. Put you back on the winter forest here. How's that look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
there you
wintry,
are.
very foresty.
There you go. This asset's actually from Forgotten Realms, I believe. A fantastic Patreon you can follow to get all sorts of cool tokens and maps. So anyone watching should do that. For like $1, you get access to their entire library a month, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we got the sled here. I think Odaxi, you were actually saddling the sleigh on your shoulders to try and pull it. We came to conclusion last session that you could probably pull this thing by yourself. It would be pretty exhausting.
Yeah.
I can help if you want.
We'll do a little. Yeah.
Did you
So like
guys?
if we.
But I said, did you guys untie the polar bears or not? That's one thing I couldn't remember.
I don't think we have gone near them because they were pretty feisty.
Yeah, they were real
I think we
feisty.
fed
They were
them.
munching on Goblin the last time you guys. Were
And
in
then
the area.
yeah,
Yep, we fed
and
goblins to
Dequin
them.
gave him another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That checks out. That checks out. So there's a wagon to the north. Wagon above you. With 2 polar bears going ham on some goblin entrails.
Did we figure out what was in that wagon?
You did not, I don't believe.
You said it was just hay, I'm pretty sure.
If I can go ahead and tell you now, there's nothing with bedding in there. So if you did check it out before, there's nothing of interest in there besides some makeshift beds, which is probably hay, to be frank. to be
Okay.
frank. In the
So
distance
yeah, if
again.
I'm fashioning like a harness, I can have part on me, and then if Dequin wants to help, then he can get in this harness too. I can like rope another part of it.
Well, I'll just take that pushing from the back, and
Or you can
could
push from
help.
the back. Perfect.
Yeah, between the two of you, you guys can pretty easily move this, especially like once you get going, once the momentum's kind of going. It's not too terribly hard to move. Four goblins were pushing it earlier with relative success, so I think you guys could find some success as well doing that. It's pretty easily. And you see in the back, it's loaded with these branded iron ingots. You are. If I pull up your map here, which one is it? There we go. Map Icewind Dale. I mean, you guys are. Oh, that zoom didn't work. You guys are probably 4 or 5 hours north of Brinshander. I have to double check the timing. Probably about half the distance to the cabin where Copper told you his friend was living. So not too terribly far.
I would want to go all the way to the cabin since we're already out here.
One more time in the distance, you guys hear this even further now. This roar as it barely audible, but you can still hear it kind of echo further to the north, seemingly moving away from you.
Is the cabin towards the noise?
The cabin will be to the north of you, yeah.
We're off. I mean, is it too far to go back now? May as well find the cabin and rest there before we head back to Brinchender.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd keep pushing towards the cabin instead of having to go back and come back out.
It's still probably like, I don't know, like 2 p.m.-ish, 3 p.m.-ish in the day, so you've got some daylight still ahead of you. Not much because, dusk is earlier with the thick, heavy, everlasting cloud cover above you, but for now, the weather seems clear. You guys actually navigated, I think, through a blizzard to get here in the first place, so the calm weather is kind of reassuring.
We should go or to the cabin, right?
I think so.
All right, to the cabin it is. Then, if you continue to head north, you will eventually find. Oh God, what's the name of this road here? Actually, you would eventually come across. Pulling up my world map. He's gonna actually tell me the name of this road. I don't know. You'll come across a road that continues to head north to the northern 10 towns that, like DeQuinn and Davos, you'd both be kind of familiar with it. And having seen that, you can kind of see in the distance as you crest over a couple hills, the Maur Dwalden, which is a larger icy lake that a couple of the towns rest on. Remembering that fishing is the primary source of like food and income, so most of the towns are kind of nestled near some of these lakes. Following Copper's instructions, you would know that you would have to veer off of the road a little bit to the northeast. To actually find the cabin. That's all right. And finally, you do come across it. It is I've opened too many tabs. Perched on the edge of this this snowy ridge is this black lodge. It sits on these wooden stilts. Whatever path might have led to this ramshackle retreat lies under thick burrows of snow, probably from the recent storm that blew in. And you can see that there are icy steps that climb to the snow-covered walkway that clings to the southern edge of the structure. The building's slumped posture and sagging snow-covered roof, along with these broken windows and these flapping shutters in the wind, suggests that this place had been abandoned probably a long time ago. There's large snowdrifts brushed up against the wooden stilts, and nearby you can actually see there's a smaller shed that sits outside of this one. And I will move you guys there so that you can see it. Here we go. Can you guys see the shed?
Yes.
All
The
right.
outside of it.
We can do this one of two ways. I can let you guys freely interact with your characters if you want. Or I did create, in honor of Caro, a new party token, which I can display here.
Oh god.
What is a party token?
So the party token is something we can use as you just move as a group. In this place, it's in smaller areas. It's kind of better, I think, because otherwise people start wandering and poking and prodding things, and it's harder for me as a GM just to keep up with it. I don't care either way, to be honest with you. This is not a large map. But since you guys haven't necessarily established a name or quite an identity yet, I was trying to find something member neutral.
Now we're the tea timers.
You
We're
guys,
the tea party.
you guys. Can
No,
be,
we're not the tea party.
You could be the tea bag. You could be the tea baggers for all I care.
No.
So here's the cabin in front of you, and you can see over here. This is a pretty steep cliff area, and part of the cabin actually hangs over the cliff.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And those are just trees way down there.
And those are treetops. Yeah. So underneath there's some trees. Let's see.
Do we know why it's called the Black Cabin?
I would assume because it's black in color.
It is black in color. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
sure.
Why?
That's gotta be why, right?
Gotta be good.
Do I want to give all four of you control of this one token, or do
Yes.
I? Is that the way to do this? Okay. This sounds fun. This sounds fun for me.
Chaos reigns.
Okay. Can each of you move the token in one way, shape, or form? Oh god. Oh god.
Thus it begins.
Okay. All right. So this is the party token. So I'll
the
let
party
you.
shuffles around the front yard.
All right. Yeah. So you guys just hand off control as you feel like. When I ask someone who's doing what, I guess I'll let you guys take control of the token. I don't know. We're making this up as we go. So
Is this
whatever
an
happens,
outhouse
This
or
is
a
the-
shed?
This is the small shack
the
that's out.
privy.
It's the small shack that was outside. I'm just gonna assume you guys are just dropping the sled off kind of out here in the outside the cabin. And I'm gonna assume at this point you're not pulling it around with you everywhere. The journey here probably took about 2-3 more hours. So it is starting to get a little darker, starting to get a little chillier, just for reference. But this kind of lines up with the description of the cabin that Copper gave you all before you left. What would you guys like to do?
Check the shed
Okay.
for something cool.
So if you go to the shed, you open it up and you're immediately, Odaxi especially, you're overwhelmed with the sense of smell. And that
Oh, no.
smell is poop.
Found the poop hole.
Close the door.
And as you, before you go in, you see there's these tattered bits of paper with writing on them. Look like they've been ripped out of a journal. and that's some are balled up and stuffed into the outhouse hole.
Which outhouse hole?
The outhouse hole here. This is an outhouse.
Caro is holding her breath and covering her mouth with her scarf.
All right, we'll close that.
Okay.
Yeah. Or what else would we want to know about what's in here? I think we
I mean-
know.
Did you pick up the piece of paper?
No, I'm not touching any of the paper in there.
Could we perhaps set this outhouse on fire?
Why?
Oh, why?
It's all fun
To
and
get
games till
rid
you
of
need it
it.
later. Don't forget that.
Mm-hmm. Is the cabin like 2 stories, or is it just 1 story?
It's 1 story, but it's on stilts. So you can see as you
Yeah.
look that here are the steps that kind of lead up to the walkway around the cabin.
Well, I mean, I don't need to poop. Do you need to poop?
Nope.
I
I just was curious what was in here, and now I know, and it's been answered,
Now-
and we can move on.
And now you know.
I don't need a poop, but I think I'm gonna throw up. And I don't want to
All
throw
right,
up in
we're
there.
gonna move away. And you said these were the stairs, right?
Mm-hmm. They're worn, they're beaten, but they seem intact. The stairs probably take you up about 15, 20 feet. That's how far the cabin is off the ground there.
Let's go up the stairs.
All right, as you guys, what's the marching order here?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think
I'll
I
be in front.
advocated for going here, so I'd be towards the front,
Davos is up front.
front-ish.
I'll be behind Davos. Or
Okay.
in front. I'll be in front. The Queen's in front.
DeQuinn just rushes past Davos. Davos, you hear the stairs underneath him groan as his large minotaur form kind of clops against each stair as he climbs.
Familiar.
Daxi, you smell in the distance the faint scent of ash and soot.
Inside or just far from here?
Just somewhere. Okay. You know what? Let's just throw your characters on here. This is going to be better if you can all just run around here. Let me do it this way. We'll retire the teacup maybe for large. God dang it! Oh, you threw yourself up here. Okay, I'll delete you. Maybe for villages, for village movement, the teacup probably pretty handy. Buy teacup. All right. You guys should all have access of your character. DeQuinn, as you take a step, you can see like one board from the stair just kind of falls off and flops on the ground.
Oh, can I see which board is more sturdier to withhold my weight?
Make an investigation check.
I would gladly do one. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All the boards look really sturdy. You just have to assume at this point.
As DeQuinn starts like tapping his hooves on certain boards and stuff, I'm gonna
Yeah.
squeeze past it.
Yeah, you see that he's like knocking on the woods. That sounds real sound. That looks good. And he takes a step and like that board just collapses. Then he starts knocking on the walls. He seems very confused and disoriented.
Why build a place that doesn't support the weight of a man? I don't understand.
Yeah, Davos, as you get up, you can see there's 2 doorways. One here, and you can see actually over there seems to be another door. Windows adorn the outside of the cabin as well. But you can see broken pieces of the walkway, kind of jutting out of the snow. in places.
Peek into this window if I could, and if I couldn't really tell anything, I'd knock on this door.
Sure, I can. I'll do some polygon revealing for you. I mean, if you peek in the window, I don't know. How's that? How's that for peeking?
Peek.
You know, you
No
can kind of see
way.
in there. You
A
see a table. A
table.
table. What do you do, Davos? Roll initiative.
I'm gonna knock on this door.
The door's unlocked, I believe. Yep. Oh, you're just knocking?
Yeah.
No response. Second goes by. Another second. The only sound you hear is kind of the wind whipping on this cabin from the west.
All right. Well, let me peek into this window, if I may.
You may. Let's see here. Peek into that window. This is what you see. You got cheated a little bit. Another table. Nothing of merit at the moment.
Seems to be a home of tables.
Just, what does one person need so many tables for?
Foolish. It's a foolish home. I'm gonna. I guess at this point I'd ask DeQuinn to head in that door right there.
Oh shit, yeah, I will. And he hooves it open.
Okay. Door opens pretty easily, and inside you see what appears to be a workshop. Frost covers every surface. Because
You're
of the
going to
wind,
die, table.
because the windows and
What has a table ever done to you?
tools are spread across the table. Twisted bits of metal. To the north is a bookshelf. And Davos, out of the corner of your eye, you sense movement quickly.
Oh, from where I'm at right now?
I'm sorry, DeQuinn. From the north, from the bookshelf.
The privy paper is moving.
Oh, I can't click. Hold on, let me switch sector here.
Oh, right, who
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The privy paper.
Where's the privy paper, as you call it?
In the shelf. There was some of that paper in the toilet with writing.
There's
a whole
scraps
shelf full.
scraps of paper. And what looks to be some twigs and twine kind of tucked together in a sort of a nest. And Davos, as you're kind of looking closer on the shelf, a small little squirrel head pops out and chippers and then like goes back into its little hole. It seems they've made a little home there.
Can I
Do you
start
want me?
investigating the books or pulling them off the shelf?
Sure. Make an investigation roll. Bits of paper here and there. You see there's a tiny hole in the floor in the northeast side, but nothing of interest. There's just a squirrel, his home, and some remnants of paper.
Can I try to get my head next to this hole in the wall and have a peek through? My immaculate horns will allow me to do this.
The hole's near the bookshelf, and it goes down under into the bottom of the cabin, and no, you cannot get your head there, especially with your immaculate horns.
Sometimes it's a blessing, other times it's a burden.
Do you need me to look down there?
You do as you will, Carol.
Okay, I will look into the hole in the floor.
Roll an investigation check or perception check. As you kind of like try to get as close to the floor as you can and take a look inside, at first you see that it kind of goes through the bottom of the floor and you see kind of a whitish outline of snow. And then as you're looking, a small squirrel visage pops in front of you and you hear it chittering and chattering and looking at you, kind of like angrily, like making squirrel noises. and then it pops out of view again, and that's all you see.
Adorable.
Me? Going really adorable?
Maybe if you like had some ribbons on your horns and wore like a cute.
You touch
frilly
my horns, I
dress.
chop your fingers off. I'm joking. Settle.
It sounds like it.
Gosh.
Yeah, gosh.
Never been one for jokes.
What's next? Nothing else in the room seems of interest. Tools on the table. That's about really it.
I'd want to try to get to the other door.
Okay. As you get closer, yeah, you come across what looks to be like a 4-foot wide gap. Pretty easy to jump across. You wouldn't need to, you could easily kind of step over. Davos, how much do you weigh at best estimation?
Oh, let's say roughly like, I don't know, 180?
As you step in front of the door, the walkway under you starts to crack and give way. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
I'll do that, and I will shift into a very small, thin version of myself.
Okay. Well, you rolled. So I'll say I was gonna maybe have you roll like an initiative roll or like a reflex of sorts, but if you hear the crack and with that kind of dexterity roll, you could in fact shift to a smaller form if you wanted to, before any sort of damage to the boards takes place.
So wee little man.
Okay, yeah. So you start to hear this cracking and creaking underneath you, and reflexively, this is not your first time. Reflexively, you immediately shift into a smaller what form? Just a small version of yourself.
Yeah.
A little wee Davos. You guys see kind of
Honey, we shrunk the kids.
kind of stands there as small as he can,
Rick Moranis.
with his like hands and feet up to try and brace himself for a fall. And the cracking subsides, but you guys can get the sense that the flooring under Davos is not sturdy.
Is the door open?
The door's not open.
Is it unlocked?
You check and it is unlocked.
Yoink. I'll go in.
Okay. So you see 1, 2, 3.
Can I see in this? Well, he's already inside. Never mind.
You can all share the vision here. But actually, you get the sense that
Are the windows big enough for us to get through? Like this one back here?
I
ask
think
about the windows.
the windows are probably big enough for Caro to get through. It would take some work for like DeQuinn or Adaxi to get through.
You said
it made
this
out
was
of
a
wood?
bookshelf, right?
Yeah.
And we didn't find anything suspicious about the bookshelf?
No, nothing of
Oh,
no.
okay.
It just seems like a workshop area.
Is the window frame around it all wood?
It's all wood. Yeah, everything here is wood, and not in the best
Yeah.
condition.
You want to make us an entrance?
Please. You don't have to ask me twice. I'm
All
gonna
right,
hit Johnny.
I'll back up. Caro, back up.
I
DeQuinn,
just like hold my shield up.
DeQuinn, make an attack roll against the window.
Okay. Reckless, please. Divide in half.
Sure.
You know, all that stuff.
Yeah, with
Yep.
advantage, make your attack roll against the window.
You can't decapitate a window.
Watch
Watch
me.
him.
Division engaged. 25 will hit.
10, not 12, because I'm not raging.
Okay, and
But I
yeah,
could be-
you're able very quickly to not only kind of destroy the window, but make a makeshift hole big enough for what you think Odaxi and yourself can get through.
Successively subtracted that window.
Such a mathematician.
Good work.
Thank you. I'm going to go first.
As you guys kind of all filter into this place, the smell of burnt wood and flesh kind of overtake you. You catch the faint smell of wine, especially you, Odaxi, with your strong sense of smell. You can see that there's some snow inside, actually, and you look up and there's small holes in the roof where snow has been able to filter through. And through the windows, you can see blooms of snow kind of have started to accumulate.
Where's the wine smell coming from?
I was gonna ask that.
roll perception with advantage, Odaxi. The walls and furniture are scorched black, especially in this area. Oh god, it's the wrong key here. Here we go. Especially in this area here. I'll get to that in just a second. The table is completely charred on this side, and there's a burnt, charred remains of a book on it as well. And next to the table, amid several broken wine bottles, is an incinerated skeleton. And a round, frost-covered object. It's about 6 inches or so in diameter. The wine is in... One moment, please. This direction, Odaxi. So here, okay, so
What's this direction?
here's the wine, right where Davos.
You're not clicking on any. You're not highlighting anything.
It's not showing you when I do this.
No, I'm seeing nothing.
What?
Is it because it's in the black?
The door right in front of Davos. I guess I'll. No, I'm not clicking in the black, so I don't know. Maybe Roll20's having some issues, unless I'm an idiot. Reveal area. So like right here, this area that Davos is in front of.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
you guys aren't seeing you're not seeing the pink there?
No, I'm not seeing
No.
the pings.
Nope.
My ping.
What?
Are you saying my pings?
Yeah, I see everyone's pings. Maybe I'll change ping color. Let's change ping color to yellow. How about now?
Are you on GM layer? No.
No.
Nope, nothing.
Okay, well, actually, what if I do that? Maybe that is the problem. How about that?
There you go.
Yeah, it wasn't GM layer. That's so weird. Okay, so now I'm in token layer. So so okay, wine smell this direction, burnt skeleton, 6 small object down here, lots of fire, not reflected in not fire, but burnt wood reflected in this area.
I'm gonna check out this wine smell from this room here.
Okay.
I've conducted that the
door
table
open.
has committed murder.
Okay, yeah, the door's unlocked as you test the handle, so you can open it if you want.
Open it up. Opening the door.
All right, as you open it, I will reveal the area to you. Odaxi, you see a bunch of barrels. The scent of wine fills this room, and which contains 4 frost-covered barrels.
Are there any
Yo,
markings?
wine ice blocks.
There are no markings on them. Are you proficient in brewer supplies?
No.
You do see markings of like a white lotus, but you don't recognize the origins at all.
Wait, I can become proficient in a tool. Wait.
Okay.
Yes,
Hold
you
on.
can.
And that's called
Sure.
brewer's supplies?
They are brewer supplies, correct. Well, sure. You wouldn't normally know that, but now you know that. Kara, where'd you just come from?
The
I
body.
came from the dead body.
And once you landed about here, let me switch back. The wood under you starts to shake and kind of crack, and you hear this sort of screeching sound. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw
Oh, bollocks.
as the wood underneath you starts to crack and give way. Oh no.
Big bollocks.
So this is how Kara dies, eh?
Let's see.
Am I close enough to reach for her?
You are no, not now. Wait, I like how you moved
Right.
back and then asked the question.
Sorry,
but no, as
yeah,
you're in there,
I'm
as
here,
you're
I'm
in there,
here.
So you're right. It's
yeah,
here that
it would
I,
have triggered like right around here. As you step on that area, let me bring it up here. Let me bring it up. The floor underneath you starts to give way, and you crack and fall through, and you start to plunge to this like gorge below. It's a
Wait, what?
It's a far fall. You take 49 points of bludgeoning damage
I'm dead.
and land
I'm
prone.
unconscious.
What
You
is
guys just see
happening?
Caro. Caro goes to follow Adaxi into the
Oh, no.
into the wine room, and then there's this crack, and she kind of looks down and looks up to you, goes, bollocks, and the floor just underneath just collapses, and she falls completely through, falling 60 feet. I don't have it. I don't even have the numbers
Wait a
here. It is extremely far.
Before she falls, as she says bollocks, I'd like to cast Mage Hand.
Is that an action or a bonus action?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I will.
It's
Are
more
you
of a
waiting
What is-
to
gesture.
invite me with your mage hand?
No, I'm just so if you don't die, I want to be able to say that I tried to help.
I almost just spewed beer all over my computer screen.
I thought about it as well. I thought about helping too.
I will let you both roll. I'll let all three. I don't think. No, I don't think I can do anything here. I mean,
Unless you had a reaction with Featherfall, I don't
yeah.
think you
There's nothing. There's nothing. You can cast Mage Hand, but it's as you start to see the crown of her tightly wound ponytail fall through the cracks of the ground.
It like can't support anyway, so it's purely just like.
That's what I thought. That's why I was like, wait a minute. I was thinking to myself, what does Mage Hand do? You just hear Caro. She drops into like this canopy below.
Do we have a potion of some
Caro.
sort? Do we have a health potion?
I can get someone up from having 0 health.
Yeah, but it's 60 feet down.
Maybe I need to
not-
find. I
not-
think
it
it's
has to
actually.
be-
I think it's actually 120 feet down. To be honest with you.
No.
Shit.
Yeah, mine's
never
a
got
touch
any-
spell.
Did anyone get any friggin'
I don't
health
know.
potions?
Didn't even know they existed.
Ooh. Oh man, you know what? Because I don't want her to die, because she's got pup in her. He's going to rage and jump down after her.
No shit.
Yeah, because he doesn't want pup to die.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
I mean, I'm forcefully failing it, but yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, no, because you could still you could stick the landing, right? So that's what we're trying to see here, right? You're doing it on purpose.
Well, advantage because I can see it.
Yeah.
And
That's fine. Do you guys see DeQuinn kind of snort and like sprints after and then look down and see this like open like area that's 120 feet away, and he kind of snuffs and just pounds his chest, and God, I can't think of the words. The calligraphy on his horns like lights up. What's the right word? Tattoos. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Calligraphy. The tattoos on his horns and his biceps lights up, and he just jumps into this hole after Caro. You take 49 points of damage halved because you succeed on your saving throw, and then halved again for the bludgeoning damage, right? So,
yeah.
13 points.
Wow.
As you
Quite a
come
leap.
down and you like almost like superhero land in the snow, and Carolyn, you're like your visions like as it's going in and out of consciousness, you see a sort of blue angel kind of collapse into the snow beside you. And then with that, all you see is black. And DeQuinn, you don't really see Caro. You see these like broken branches and twigs and leaves laying all around, and then a hole, a small Caro-shaped hole in the snow deep down in the bottom of the canopy.
Look, I don't have any sort of way to get her up as much, and then just trying to pick her up and stop the bleeding. So if I can
What-
find her,
Bleeding.
Davos, what do we do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Do you have slow fall or anything?
No, like I have Misty Step, so I could like teleport 30 feet. But if it's a 60-foot drop or 60-foot-ish drop,
you could prepare it, and then when you get close to it, Misty Step.
right? Do you have a rope?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Could we fashion some kind of like?
Is
Did
there a
others
rope in
give
here?
me-
Is there anything else in here besides the wine barrels?
I've got 50 feet of rope.
Make an investigation check. No, you don't need to. There's nothing in there besides barrels.
Can I
Oh,
bust into
alright.
I don't
this
want to
room right
tease you.
here?
You don't have to. You open up the door. Okay, all right, hold on. You're sprinting all over the place
Alright.
here. Let me see
Panic.
here. That's I know. I'm panicking now. Shut up, dead Kara. This room has a fireplace. There's 2 empty bookcases to the. Oh shit! Let me show you what's going on here. Reveal. Did that work?
It did not.
The fuck is going on with Roll20 today? Am I on
I'm
the
gonna
GM layer again? Does
tiptoe,
that work?
There it is.
tiptoeing over here carefully.
Yeah, you can see now the outline of the sort of broken wood flooring that she discovered. There's a fireplace to the east, to your right, and 2 empty bookcases, and then tacked on the wall are these like frost-covered blueprints. And then face down on the floor next to one of the blueprints is a tiny man made of clay.
Like here on the wall?
I don't know the exact goddamn location.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Well, I want to. What are the blueprints? I want to see if I can know what these blueprints are.
Make an Arcana check. You're proficient in Arcana, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Make an Arcana check. 14. You discover that these are blueprints for some sort of experimental design for a device that can maybe manipulate or influence the weather in some fashion. One of these designs resembles a gyroscope, similar to like that small item that you guys saw near the burnt table, in the original room.
Ah.
Davos, you see down the hallway.
Can I take the blueprints?
Sure.
I take the blueprints.
Oh god. Click. 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 There you go. Another hallway. And a window at the end. While you guys are searching around frantically to try and figure out what to do, DeQuinn, what's your game plan down here?
Can I do medicine check to try and stabilize her?
Sure. Roll a medicine check.
Oh god.
DeQuinn, you realize what happened. She's, collapsed under the impact. You just don't know how best to assist her in, how best to, position her, how can you help her, weather this wound. Caro, make a death saving throw, please.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is the first death saving throw of the campaign.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good one.
Okay,
So
I
that's-
tried my best to try and do it.
So that's one success. DeQuinn, you kind of see Caro's face furrowed, tighten a little bit. Even unconscious, you get the sense that she's fighting something in this dream state. She's breathing kind of quickly, and it's worrying how fast she's breathing, like very short, shallow breaths. But she is breathing at the moment. Okay, back up top. Odaxi, and Davos.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Next
bust
to
up this
this-
room in the north.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll do that first. Give me 1 sec here. God, we're like sprinting through the cabin now. I didn't see this coming.
Well, we're trying to find something to help.
Yeah. A stiff wind blows through this broken window on the east wall, and you see that sort of snow collecting everywhere. The curtains are like waving in the wind, flapping like an angry ghost. Snow covers the bed as much as the surrounding floor, and that's what you see as you walk in.
I want to take the curtains and bed sheets or whatever and try to fashion some kind of rope to add to my rope, because my rope's only 50 feet long.
Okay. God, I'm nervous, and I'm the DM, and I want people to die. No, I'm just kidding.
What was next? You said something was next to the blueprint.
Tiny Clayman.
Yeah, tiny clayman. You can make another Arcana check if you'd like to determine what the hell that is.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Make a
Crafting roll.
Yeah, but what's that roll though? That's what I need to find out. I would say, are you proficient?
Revival?
A revival?
Survival.
Oh, yeah, actually, probably. Are you proficient in like any tinkering tools or anything like that? What tools are you proficient in?
Dice and thieves tools. So no.
I've proven to be good at ropes, though. I could.
Yeah,
help
but you're
with the
not
ropes.
there. He's doing himself real quick.
That's right.
Make a is that disadvantage? Make a survival roll. I'll be generous here. We're having fun. Yep. Okay.
Good rope.
You tie these things together the best you can. You know, you pulled one curtain and it kind of slipped out of the knot to the sheet, but you retried it and tied it again, and it was like it's tight-ish, and it's the best you could do under the circumstance. Odaxi, what are you doing?
I rolled to see what this clayman was.
Okay. Going back. You're in where? You're in which location? The B6. You get a sense that it's some sort of magical tool of some sorts, but it's hard to determine. You're not familiar with the usage of it. Like you're used, it's obviously some sort of maybe component or piece of some sort of magical spell. You're just not sure which one.
I'm gonna pick that up too.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run into this other room.
All right. Before you can do that, DeQuinn, what are you doing?
Oh, he's going to wrap both her hands around his shoulders and tie her hands so it's like a lasso around it, and then he's going to say, "Ulfgard could be strength or tear, whatever she prays to. Will not die this day," and gets his two hand axes and just tries to scale the wall back up to where Odaxi is.
Okay, you're no longer raging because you didn't take any damage or deal or attack last round. Oh, you did take damage, didn't you?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Make a strength check.
Hang on just a second, guys.
Sure.
Strength or athletics?
Yeah. It would be athletics. You're right.
You're climbing back up here.
Yeah, and this is not your first forte in climbing with your hand axes. I mean, you did it before in the cavern. You're going down, not up, but you're able to find good footing, and the sheer ice wall, rocky wall seems kind of giving here and there. You start to what part I'm sorry, I'm trying to move my map here. Like around this area here, are you like directly under the cabin? You probably make it about with that roll. I'll say 30 feet up the wall. Caro's tied hands kind of around your neck, choking you slightly, but you're moving up. You're moving up the wall. Caro, make another death saving throw.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, you hear kind of a cough in your ear, DeQuinn, and actually a little spittle kind of comes on the side of your face, as like Caro's like unconscious body is still tied to your shoulders and your neck area. But again, you hear her breathing, and the cough is, while gross, kind of reassuring that she's actually still on this plane of existence currently. Odaxi, what are you doing?
I was walking over to help Davos.
Okay.
So we're waiting to reveal this room.
Coming in.
Okay.
Roll initiative, boys.
This is which room? I've got too many tabs open. I've like panicked open like 19 tabs. This is B8, right? Sorry, they're fucking. Yeah, okay. This is the last room. Yeah, perfect. Wooden planks have like been like covered over the windows in this room, probably to block out the wind or the snow. There's a double bed. It's like saggy, like run down, and there's some bookcases containing some folded clothes, a few blank sheets of parchment, and some sort of like fine writing utensils are on the desk to your right. Next to the bookcase is a soot-stained hearth, and inside there's like a scroll and some ashes and some paper in the fireplace here.
I would like to take the bed sheets
Okay.
and kind of tie the corners to the bottom of my rope.
Okay.
Like make like a little litter so I can drop it down. Maybe I have to go and put Caro in.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Make another survival check. Yeah. Okay.
Help me.
As you start to tie one into the other, you get kind of confused and disoriented, and you're trying to make this sort of almost like a swing or like a hammock of sorts. But one corner gets caught up in the other, and Adaxa, you look over and you see that Davos has almost tied the sheet to himself, to his own robe, and he's not quite fucking sure how.
I need to assist and take over this project. Davos, give me a rope.
Yeah, I
and all the sheets.
Okay, so if you want to assist him, I will let either Davos roll again or let you roll a survival check, Daxi.
No, I'm giving it to him.
Okay,
Yeah,
so Daxi, you roll survival.
With knots. Damn it.
You managed to untie Davos, but he seems to have torn the sheet, which is not in good condition in the process. And so you tie the tips together to make a sort of sling, but there's a rip in it, and it's kind of, you're uncertain how sturdy this portion of the rope is going to be.
Would have been a good time to have mending, but I don't.
Okay, DeQuinn, what are you doing?
Climbing, and then
Okay.
as soon as I get within to earshot, I'm gonna yell out.
Okay, so your rage has ended now for sure because you didn't take damage or do anything last turn. So you can make a strength check, straight roll.
Strength.
Yeah, or your athletics check. Sorry.
It rolled with advantage, but first one 8.
You start to make some progress and you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Caro's weight shifts behind you, and it throws you off. And as you go to connect the next piece of axe into the stone, it misses, and your shoulder kind of moves some, and you actually slide down about 10 more feet. You're able to recover and pinch the left hand axe back into the stone to stop your descent, but you're not making progress up. You've actually lost a couple feet on the wall. Caro, make another death saving throw.
Oh, she's
Wow. Great rolls. So, Dax, in case you didn't know, you have to roll over 10 to. So you roll.
Yeah.
You have to
What happens if you roll a nat 20?
So in nat 20, you actually get 2 successes. So it would be
Oh, nice.
you have to get 3 successes to come back to consciousness with 1 hit point, and if you get 3 failures, your character is essentially dead.
Dead, yeah.
Yeah. So with three of probably the greatest rolls you can have, I guess, in any death saving throw. You feel this sort of moments of weightlessness, Caro, as you and DeQuinn are slowly sliding down the side of the wall. And in sheer determination, DeQuinn throws the hand axe back in the side of the wall and stops the descent. And that jolt, you kind of knock your head against the back of DeQuinn, and you come conscious with 1 hit point of health. And you find yourself attached to a burly, muscular, immaculately horned creature adhering to the side of a wall with canopies of trees behind you. You're about 20 foot off the ground, and your head hurts like a son of a bitch.
I'm clinging on to DeQuinn for dear life.
You're actually tied in.
Yeah, you actually, and as you try to move and kind of get a better look at your situation, you find that both your hands are tied at the moment.
What
Finally
in the
kidnapped you.
seven hells?
All right, back up top, Davos and Odaxia.
I'm
what's
trying
the
to.
plan?
What's in the fireplace? A scroll.
There
I'm
was
trying
a
to
s-
see if there's anything
Yeah,
recoverable.
there's a scroll and soot, basically.
I want
Did
to
you-
pull the scroll out.
Okay. You pull it out and you unravel it, and it's slightly burned, but it was more crumpled. It wasn't actually lit on fire after tossed in. It says, "Macretus, I've had enough of this damn relentless cold. I felt it crept into my bones, my head, my heart. I'm heading back to Tin Towns for a decent meal and a warm bed. I fear this endless winter has numbed your mind, and any tinkerer worth his chains can see the summer star is a fool's errand. Maybe without me here to incessantly complain to, you'll finally snap out of your obsession. If you truly insist on dedicating your remaining days to this doomed project, I might suggest that 3 is better than 2. I considered telling you before, but you were particularly rude about dinner I made last night. May the light of the Morning Lord protect you. Copper Knobberknocker."
Or was it the actual guy? Or are we now dealing with a slobber knocker?
No, it's Copper Knobberknocker.
Copper.
Not a brother, not a relative.
All right. I'll pack that away as well. So you're interesting.
Davos, what do you want to do?
I guess at this point, I'm gonna go to the Caro hole
Okay.
and I'm gonna shift into a honey, I blew up the kid version without changing my size. Just like, sometimes when you move the wrong dimensions of like a JPEG, it just makes you look wide.
Like Putin? Like the Putin meme? Got it. Your
Yeah,
Putin meme, Davos?
Yes. And I'm going to hold on to the rope and drop the rope down the hole. The good part. I'm gonna get rid of maybe the bad part.
The part that which bad part? Because you've tied 2 separate pieces to the rope with
I'm gonna try to
not a lot of
lower-
confidence.
Yes, I'm gonna lower rope end first
Okay.
down the hole and stop. Several feet before we get to curtain.
Okay.
And I don't know what else to do, so that's my.
Okay, so let's see. That's 60 down. They're 20 up. That's what, a distance of 40. Okay. DeQuinn, what do you want to do?
Do I know she's up?
You hear "What in the bloody 7 hells" in the whisper of your ear, and you can kind of feel her tensing and moving around a little bit. So you would probably get the sense that at least she's having one hell of a dream or she's conscious.
It's knowing that Carrier's got some sort of healing abilities. I'd probably. Oh man, one sec.
Mm-hmm.
While that's
I love your "What would DeQuinn do?" rolls.
He would keep climbing.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
8.
Similar to before, you're just struggling to find purchase on this side of this hill, and at this point you've slid another 10 feet down, and you're closer to the floor than you were when you first started climbing.
Makes sense.
Gara, what do you want to do? You feel that sudden kind of jolt again as you slide down the side of the mountain cliff side.
Giving myself all of my lay on hands.
Okay.
That's all 20 points.
Okay. So you're up to 21 points of health.
Yeah.
You feel this kind of
I'm
warm glow on
going.
your back, DeQuinn.
Oh god, I hope she didn't peel me. We were just at the
DeQuinn.
privy.
DeQuinn, what the hell are you doing?
What do you mean? What the hell am I doing? Fell down a frickin' hole. Just when I told you that when you die, Pup dies, and you go and do that.
How was
Honestly,
I supposed
Tara.
to know there was a hole there? Or that was gonna turn into a hole?
You could have checked beforehand. Did you not see me put my hooves down on the planks before?
With my nat 1
Yeah, but
minus 1 0 intelligence roll.
Yeah, but you weigh like at least twice as much as I do, even when I have my armor on.
Hey, I have you know I am quite thin for my stature. But, listen. You're welcome, if that's what you're trying to say. Could have left you down here, frozen in the ice while we tried to recover.
DeQuinn, or Davos, you dangle the rope 60 feet and you get no response, no feedback or anything like that.
Are they down there? Can you see them or no?
Yeah, I'm looking down the hole.
Can you see them?
You might be able to hear us with our bickering.
120 is pretty far. Make a perception check. It probably should be a disadvantage, but I'm just gonna give you a straight roll here to see. No, it's lost under the canopy of trees. There's nothing you can see besides the tail end of the rope, like hanging in the wind.
You said how far down?
60 feet's the rope. You have no real clue how deep the actual chasm is.
Got it.
Unless you want to go take a dive.
I do not. I don't know. I guess I would relate it to Odaxi that I don't even see them.
Daxi?
I don't know what to think, or if DeQuinn even survived the fall, although he probably did.
What did you gentlemen want to do? Got a dangly rope in your head, a room full of wine to the north. There's the burnt corpse and the spherical something or another next to it. That's where you guys are.
Ooh.
Neither one of you have taken an action per se this round, so if there's something you want to do, you can feel free to.
Yeah, can I try to cast message? It's got a range of 120 feet.
Okay.
It just says you point towards a creature within range and whisper a message.
Okay.
And the person who hears it can reply by whispering.
Yep.
That's what So I'm going to try to point down the hole and say, "Are you alive?"
And which creature are you trying to reach?
DeQuinn.
Okay. DeQuinn, you hear the sultry, comforting sound of Davos. Not in your ear, but in the back of your mind, almost like the back of your tongue. And you hear it say, "Are you alive?"
No fucking cliff can kill me. Don't worry about that.
What's the character limit? It's like a tweet, isn't it?
It says. Only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only I can hear.
Didn't say anything about a limit.
Mm-mm.
So you hear in salty to Quinn voice, no fucking cliff can kill him.
So yeah, I tell Dexy that they're alive, and they're somewhere within 120 feet. Or is that metagaming? Would I know how the range
You would
of the
know.
spell?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you've toyed with it over the time. You know the limits of the range. You can kind of get a sense.
Yeah,
you know,
they're
yeah,
there.
Yeah, right.
They can make it to me, or I can make it to them. We might be able to help, but I don't know how.
Guess I do it again and say what.
All right. Well,
What do you
that'll be your action.
All right.
I know, Daxi. What do you want to do? Are you gonna wait or?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do
Okay.
to help.
Or you can not do anything. I just want to give you your shot here.
I'm gonna wait. Yeah.
Okay. DeQuinn, responding is not an action for you, but you hear the voice. You're 10 feet off the ground now.
Well, what do you want to do, Carol? No, you're up and better. It seems that Davos is up and knows we're alive. Shall we go back down and walk around? Will we roughly know how far? Like when we walked up this bridge, can we see the whole canopy? Like as we walked up?
The book doesn't really give me much here. No, because I mean, I think you look up and you see nothing but the bottom of trees. So, I mean, having walked to this place, you know that it was like a steep drop, and having dropped down now, you know it's about 100 feet. But it's a pretty sheer drop. I don't know. You don't see any immediate like steps or apparatus for climbing, like right where you're at.
It might be dangerous to walk back through the forest. Like, you don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Let's walk. I don't want to fall again.
You want to walk through the forest?
Yeah, I'd much rather do that than climbing up that thing and risking my chances of dying again. This time it could be both of us. And I can't heal anymore.
Okay, if that's what you want to do. I mean, I think I can climb that myself, but... Okay. I'll wait. Davos will send me a message again, I think, maybe. And then I'll just let him know what we're doing.
Sure, let him work his weird-ass magic.
It is weird.
That's how you get bees.
That's how you get bees. Alright, so
Let
neither of
him
you.
work his bee magic.
So are you staying on the
Just-
wall right now? To
Yeah, just... I think, not knowing the range of his spell, I think he probably would lower himself down.
Okay, so you're on the ground floor now.
Yeah.
Kara, do you want to do anything?
Untie myself from DeQuinn as we hit the ground?
Okay. You could easily probably unfasten your hands.
Whoa, easily? Come on.
Well, you know, she may need your help. She rubs them across your horn.
Say what?
Davos, what do you want to do? Davos, Daxi.
I'd want to message him again and say, "What are you guys coming up?"
Quinn.
Oh, we tried scaling, it was too slippery. We're going around.
Okay, that's what you hear, Davos.
I would again relay that to Adaxi, and then
I guess ask them which direction they're going.
yeah,
We'll try to find a way around and down. I don't know.
that's the right thing to do.
Let's see here. All right, for the sake of me not having to make up a lot of terrain that it's like not existent right now in the book. DeQuinn and Caro, you decide that you want to kind of like circle back to the southern direction to try and find a more accessible path up.
Yep.
I will let either. Oh God, did I mess this up? Yeah, I will let you guys make a. Oh, that's why that's broken. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Just making people that may be watching the stream vomit. I'll let you make a survival check each individually, or you can give one person advantage.
I'll give DeQuinn advantage.
Okay. Same with you guys, Davos and Odaxi. Having known that they're going to try and circle around to come back up, you realize that they probably have to go south first to loop back around. You can wait and try and catch up with them, or you can just kind of hang out in the cabin, whatever you want to do.
Is it survival? You said?
I'd want
Survival,
to head
yeah.
down that way, I think.
Yeah, we should catch up with them. I'll do
Okay.
the survival check with advantage.
22. Is that a nat 22?
Yep.
And a 21. Yeah, you guys actually you come back out and DeQuinn, you know to follow the wall and find kind of like, that maybe there's an easier way to climb up, or maybe there's like you can find some sort of less sheer faces to climb. And in fact, you do. And most people would have not even noticed it, but having been out in the wilderness all of your life, you're able to quickly kind of navigate you and pup up to the up on these like several little small flatter pieces and climb up. Odaxi, you kind of lead Davos again, following that sort of wall to the south, and there's a moment where you're worried that you've gone too far, but then you smell this scent of kind of like wet dog.
Beeswax, come on.
And then
Roast
beeswax,
minotaur.
yeah, sure. And then it hits you. That's DeQuinn, and so you actually circle back, and you manage to look down, and you see the two of them sort of 2D platforming it their way up on the side of the cliff. Then probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes, you guys are able to navigate back to the cabin, and that's where you guys basically find yourselves now inside the main room of the cabin. Caro not stepping near the hole at all, keeping like 15 feet distance at all times away from the hole that she fell down.
Caro's now got a rope around her waist, which is tied to the waist of the thing.
I am staying so close to the walls.
Caro's just kind of like back to the wall at all times, looking around. The main room, again, you guys do still see that sort of part of where the floor that gave away, maybe even related to that sort of scarred, burnt markings on the floor surrounding the skeleton.
Yes, I have a theory about what's going on in this place.
That this house is old and just falling apart and we should get out of here? Yeah, let's go.
No, it's that this tinkerer seems to have wanted to reverse the weather problems with this device on the table, the orb there, right? Or similar to the blueprint that I had?
Yeah, you find the blueprint you found references this sort of like round object with rings around it. And that is like the object that you see laying next to the skeleton on the ground.
It's charred.
Yeah.
And the scroll mentions the device possibly being called, what was mentioned in the scroll?
Summer
The Summer
Star.
Sun?
Summer
Star? So it seems he was
yes.
trying to fashion a weather-changing device to combat the cold,
I'll
but
try
it
and-
looks to have backfired.
I'll throw in a quick handout for you guys so you guys can have it.
Have we tried touching it? Can I pick it up? I'm gonna go pick it up.
As soon as you touch it, it begins to glow with a sort of reddish hue.
Careful, don't. I wouldn't try
I'm
to activate
cowering
it,
behind my
considering what happened to the charred body on the floor.
What do you do, DeQuinn?
If Woolworth says not to touch it, I don't touch it.
So you put it back down?
Yep.
As you put it down, that sort of reddish energy starts to slowly kind of minimize and go back into the... There's like a black rock in the center. that was black became this yellowish orange and then turned back into black.
I wonder what makes it just touch activated.
Copper note. Sorry, I'm just gonna put this in everyone's journal real quick. All
Might be
players.
because I'm hot stuff.
All right, see if you guys have
Copper
in
note.
your. Yeah, you see it now.
Yeah. Oh, that's the scroll from the fire.
Yep,
Okay.
yep. So you guys can reference it whenever you want. Why won't you go? Oh, there we go. Okay.
Might I suggest that 3 is better than 2?
So I will. Sorry, let me make sure. Make sure I've done my due diligence here. As you kind of proclaim to everyone, Odaxi, you feel this this nudge on the back of your shoulder, on the back of your left shoulder, as you go. I think this is the summer star, and it was trying to change the weather. You feel sort of like this presence around you, like, and it just taps you on the back of the shoulder. 2 pats, pop pop.
I'd turn around, but nobody's there. I'm
Nothing.
assuming.
Yeah, nothing's there.
I'm feeling some presence here. Just tap me on the shoulder.
Are you sure?
Or I'm going crazy.
You might be going crazy. When was the last time you ate?
You
I don't know.
You guys ate in Bryn Shander before you left.
Oh, that's right.
Because some of you had multiple meals, if I recall correctly.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, burn marks there. There's also a burnt book in that room. So I'm just repeating everything because you guys kind of ran through all the rooms really quickly.
Oh, the book. Yeah.
There's a burnt
I want
book
to take
there.
a look at the book.
You can discern it's badly burned. You can discern on the spine the words ETHER, the letters ETHER. It was clear that these are part of a much longer title, but it's
Okay. Can I prepare? How do I change my spells? Sorry, this is.
It's your channel divinity, isn't it? Oh, change your spells.
Yeah.
You have to have a long. You have to have a long rest.
Long rest.
Yeah.
Which we could use.
There's a skeleton in that room, and then the object. So, the object that DeQuinn picked up is this black sort of. Let me scroll up, make sure I describe it correctly. It's this black rock, and there's this metal sort of rod that goes through it, and then around are these 2 rings, and on each of the rings are written. It has runes all along the outside of the ring. With this chunk, it's coal in the core. Excuse me. Yeah,
It has runes on it.
it does have runes on the outside. Yeah.
Any writing, like specific language, or
what languages you speak?
common, draconic, giant, Loxodon, primordial.
Jesus Christ. Let me see. Make it a Arcana check. Sorry. You can't make out the runes, but they're obviously critical to the functioning of this device.
You said the book was burned, but I could tell something on it.
You saw the letters ETHER, but that was all you're able to make out on the spine of the book. Yeah, you're unable to determine the runes, but you knew from earlier that you know what this device is supposed to do, but you are unsure You're unsure how these runes directly relate to it.
I'm gonna try to touch it as well to see if it has the same effect.
Yeah, as soon as you touch it, the black coal piece in the center begins to turn bright red.
I'll draw my hand away.
And it goes back and becomes that blackish color again. Carol,
Well, it says sometimes 2 is better than 3. Do we just all touch it once?
Maybe 3 people touch it. Wait, it said 3 was better than 2.
Yeah. Can you like mage hand it on the table and you just all quickly grab it? Not you, Caro. Caro, you stand in the corner.
Right way ahead of you.
So what are we doing?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if that's gonna create the result that we want. I don't know what result we want.
Maybe we should rest up and try in the morning. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe we should throw it into the woods. Drop it down the hole where I fell.
I mean, this could be an item that changes all of.
Yeah, I don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah. Does wrapping it in a
Yo,
cloth make it not reactive? If I take it, let's see, take out my blanket and put it in this blanket, does it heat up?
I don't know. Let me fucking read and find out. Hold on a second.
Or
Yeah,
is
so
it
the
actual touch?
intricacies of an item that I didn't create. Hold on, stand by. I will say that when you wrap it in a blanket, the direct contact is you don't see any sort of light manifest underneath it.
Okay, so we can pack it and not have to worry about it right now.
Right. Caro DeQuinn, actually, you hear a thud. Roll a perception check.
Gladly.
See if you can just determine which direction it came from. It comes from behind you, and actually, you feel like it comes outside the window, to the southeast. You hear a thud.
Hello?
There's no response.
Thud twice if you could hear me.
I thud my hammer on the ground twice.
Oh shit. I'm going to go to where the noise is because it thud twice.
You go. Well, if it thud twice.
That's not where the noise
You-
came from.
It came from Caro.
The
Caro.
original noise though.
As you look back into the door, you see the original workshop that you guys walked by. Squirrels are you see a squirrel see you and then immediately sprint inside of the bookshelf. Tools and things continue to be laid out all on the table. On the floor is a hammer.
Oh. Did you
I'm
drop
gonna-
this, Mr. Squirrel? And I'm gonna have to
To
move the
investigate
bookcase.
this as well.
Can I move the bookcase?
Can you move the bookcase?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It slides without issue.
Any squirrels with little hammers?
Yeah, I say a small squirrel screaks in dismay and kind of sprints back into the hole into the ground. Davos, what are you doing?
Panicking. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here too. We're the
Okay.
scroll room.
Kara, what do you want to do?
Fucking glare
Yeah,
at
glare.
them as they leave me alone?
Do you move or you stay pinned against the wall there?
I'm gonna crawl around with my back against the wall
Okay.
the best I can. Right around
Looks good.
to here.
Adaxi, what do you want to do?
Look at these tools. Can I figure out what these tools are?
You would know, especially someone with your experience, that these are smith and tinker's tools spread out on the table. So finer tools, craftsman tools. They're not like your everyday, you know, run of the mill sort of set. These are purchased and maintained, and they're used for for obviously for smithing or for tinkering. Are you carrying the summer star in the rag right now, or the thing that you've got it wrapped up in?
I left it on the table.
Okay.
Can I like try to get at the squirrel?
How would you like to get at the squirrel?
Can anyone speak to animals?
No, I can't.
The squirrel is like dropped into the hole to the bottom right of the bookshelf, so
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that doesn't work.
although I'd love to know in a later episode, maybe behind the scenes, what your play was once you caught the squirrel, since you can't speak with animals.
Yeah, when we do the commentary video.
Yeah, you can shake them.
Definitely make sure.
Tell me what you
Definitely
know.
make sure.
You guys are starting to feel it's getting a little chillier in the middle of the night. It's like the sun's starting to set, especially after your long walk around the cliff fall there. The light's starting to kind of fade, and not nighttime per se, but a darker, chillier evening is becoming on you. The scroll, Odaxi, that's tucked in your pocket, you feel its hug, and it slides out of your pocket and falls to the floor. Unravels on the ground.
Tap the note?
The note, yeah.
Kara leaps to her feet. This place is freaking haunted!
I agree. Something weird is going on here. I think... I don't know.
Ooh.
Go ahead. The floor under Kara collapses. She falls another 120. I'm kidding.
Fucking raging. I mean, I kind of want to just like have all three of us touch it just to see what happens.
Yep, I'm down at this point.
I'll go get the thing and the book. I'm gonna take that book too. And
Sure.
I want to mend it later, but I can't now.
Okay.
All right, I have the thing wrapped in the blanket. Coming back, and then the other thing, it has 2 rings on it
2 rings, yeah.
that are runes.
Yeah, I can post you guys a picture just so you can get.
Yeah, a picture would help. I'm
Okay.
trying to...
Okay.
No.
Odaxi. Jesus,
I'm imagining something in my head, but I'm wondering because I want to see if I can actually modify it.
Yeah, sure.
But
sure.
I don't know if I can or not.
No, I'll give you your picture.
Because I don't think the number of us touching it is going to do anything. I think it's one person touches it and it activates, and I want to see if we can fix it.
I only
or if I can fix it.
Spend 14 hours making these sessions and not enough pictures for you, so that's fine. I'll.
That's not what I meant, bro. It's not what I meant.
Star.
The imagination game.
God,
Pictures didn't happen. You never hear that rule?
You guys, why don't you guys just all read the book, and then you'll know exactly what to look for each time you come in here. How's that sound?
The book's burned.
I'm talking about the
The
module.
campaign book.
Yeah. Okay. Summer Star should be in your handouts now.
I see.
Yeah, I like it.
So as I brilliantly described to you guys. Shut up, Davos. It is a piece of coal with the steel bar going through it, and you guys can see the 2 rings around the outside.
Are there any pieces around the workshop that look like parts of this machine.
Yeah, the metal that's even in the workshop you're in now, the metal that's around the summer star, it's right there on the table in front of you in scrap form, but there is the very similar metal there.
Can I, brilliance, had an idea that could I go through the ashes of the dead body or whatever
Sure.
it is and see if I can find a key.
Sure. So as you dig through the ashes, the charred remains, kind of they've come apart pretty easily. You find among them a perfectly intact amulet.
Oh, it's a key. I found the key.
What's
Uh,
locked?
The amulet's made of pure gold and bears a symbol of two hands cupping the sun.
Can I put it around my neck? Does it make me burn?
It does not make you burn.
I found the key. I found the key.
What's locked?
You guys hear in the whisper in the distance, DeQuinn singing a song of celebration to himself about finding a key.
Since when did we need a key?
Look, everybody! I found the key.
To what?
I don't know. To that charcoal thing? I don't know. Maybe this controls it. Mighty amulet that I found in the dead body.
Do I
Make
recognize
this coal
anything
not burn
about
no
the
more.
amulet?
Make a religion check, Caro.
Okay. Oh wow, my religion's terrible.
Oh well. Even with your terrible religion, the flashbacks of training with Melandra and preparation for the trip here, you recognize a symbol of the Morning Lord, which makes sense because Copper was a devout follower, and perhaps even the guy that Copper worked with was.
DeQuinn, you found the key to the Morning Lord's heart.
Now I know you're just pulling my leg. I jumped down to save your life, and now you make jokes.
No, that's like a Morning Lord symbol. You know, back at the temple you were staying at, and you didn't want to go inside. The sign and... Back with Mr. Copper Knobberknocker.
Copper Knobberknocker.
Also my
That was
nickname in
great.
high school. What's the play, Odaxi? You've got now the tattered, or the wrapped Summer Star, as you know it, in your possession. DeQuinn has a key of the Morning Lord, he believes.
He doesn't believe the Morning Lord pie, he just believes it's a key.
It is
From
a
what I
key.
can tell.
A key to a cabin that has had 0 locked doors.
I'm not sure enough that I could do anything with any of this.
Make
So
an
I don't know.
What's your passive insight? Make an insight check.
I don't know.
Your passive
Okay.
insight's like by
Wait, is that what? No.
well, that's a roll. but
Passive
it's under senses.
15.
Yeah, so your passive insight's enough even to this is the Summer Star. You found the document saying that it's defective in some way, shape, or form, or at least like it didn't work because it was surrounded by
Right.
this big fiery ball of ash.
I'm thinking if we make a third ring for this, but I don't. But with the book.
Yeah, you.
I have the blueprints. I forgot I had the
with the
blueprints.
blueprints, you lay it all on the table, and you guys see kind of Odaxi. His eyes kind of like
All
glaze
right.
over, and he's looking at everything.
Yes,
think-
I am going to channel divinity to be able to use tinker tools. Actually, I have to use. Do you think I need to use the smith tools or the tinker tools?
You get the sense that either or would probably be enough to accomplish working
Okay.
on the device.
I'm gonna channel divinity then
Okay.
to use the tinker tools and create the final the rest of the using the rest of the blueprints to make a third ring on the device.
Okay. You look at the metal that's kind of tossed around on the table, and you think it's enough. It would need to be heated and melted down.
All right.
But the work is doable. It would probably take about a couple hours. You think. So you kind of like look around to your friends and you go, okay, I need this metal heated down in maybe one of the fireplaces. And you grab the tinker's tool and you start to study the runes. Let's see. Make an Arcana check, Odaxi. Okay. As you start to pull together all the pieces and you're reading the note and you go, okay, 3 is better than 2, so if I fabricate a third ring, maybe that's enough. And so you start to you ask maybe DeQuinn or Caro to go melt the iron. Maybe DeQuinn. Caro probably isn't leaving from that corner, given her current state of affairs. Or Davos to go melt the metal down, and they get it melted down to a state where you can start to form it into a third ring. Make one more Arcana check. Oof. You start to try to carve the runes into there, but you feel like you're not actually getting a good enough imprint to make a difference. DeQuinn, while all this is going on, the amulet that you're wearing, you finally attuned to, is an amulet of health, which I can post the details in if I can find it.
Oh, so it wasn't a key?
No, it was not a key, and you knew that.
But he said it was a key.
and you knew that.
You knew it. You knew it. DeQuinn didn't know it, which I can really appreciate.
Roleplay.
You're struggling, Odaxi, to try and to get the right runes in place, and you look at the finished product, and you're not quite happy with it. Maybe it'll work, but maybe not. Your only option, you have just enough material to try one more time to like start over, but afterwards you might have to find more material somewhere else.
You have a whole cart full of material.
Oh shit, that's right.
That's true. Is this the same iron? Is this the same material as the cart?
Make a fuck my life.
Metallurgy check.
Yeah, metallurgy. Make do.
Feel like
nature check.
might
I
just be
suppose.
perception.
Nature, I think, right? I'll let you do either.
Well, you know what? I could see if it smells like the same metal.
Smell the metal. I would say survival, nature, and maybe even history, given like your understanding of just your vast knowledge of just random shit. And that is me making all of that up on the fly.
I have expertise. Wait, so what's expertise and proficiency?
Expertise is like the next level over proficiency. Gives you like a bigger bonus. So if you're
Okay, but it's still +5, so I don't know. But anyways, there's a history.
Actually, fates be damned, you have a whole supply of metal outside to make the exact same type of ring you needed. You just need to have the time and the patience.
I might just need some help then. Yeah.
Time for a montage.
Can anyone help me with the runes that I seem to have trouble with my giant hands?
Davos, you're proficient in Arcana, right?
Nope.
No, you're like the worst spellcaster ever.
Man, I have expertise in Arcana, and I've been really doing terribly.
Okay,
All this stuff just kind of comes naturally to sorcerers.
Make that's true actually. Make one more Arcana check with advantage. With the whole team behind you, you've got DeQuinn working the metal. Caro is probably just giving you cheerful words of advice from the corner.
Not glaring.
Not glaring. She's maybe rotated to the table and trying to like review the notes and like glaring at your runes when you start to make a mistake, correcting it. But you were finally able to put each ring put the third ring in the right place and get the runes where you're happy with them. After what should have been a couple hours turns into like 3 or 4 hours, and nighttime has rolled in. You have what you think successfully created or recreated the third ring for the summer star. And as you kind of sit with it and like review your work and slowly attune to it over the next the next 30 minutes, you have in your possession a modified summer star, and you understand that with it you can cast a spell called Control Weather. It's actually Jesus, I didn't know it was a level 8 spell.
Yo.
I'll post it in the chat there. I don't know if you can actually put links in the chat.
Try and throw a blizzard at us now, boy.
I'm assuming you understand this, but as you have created it, you recognize that it has enough potential for one spell only, and then it would cease to be magical.
Alright, my phone's ringing.
Oh, I finally get it. 2's better than 3.
Wait, sorry. So say that again. My phone started ringing.
No, you're fine. This summer star has the capacity to cast the spell Control Weather one time. It's a high level spell, and then afterwards it'll cease to be magical. As you kind of finish up this process and put the final pieces into place, you all kind of feel this sort of levity around you, like this sort of like release of tension. And there's like up the door. You hear the sound of a door blowing open in the northwest portion of the cabin, and on the frost-covered portion of the ground near the window, you see the words of the letters THANK get drawn into the snow, and then the drawing kind of stops.
Bloody hell, Davos, you're getting good with that mage hand.
Tahanic.
Yeah, so you have add into your possession, into the party loot or Daxi, the summer star. Did you click the spell to see what it does?
Yeah.
So you guys.
It changes weather in one direction. Well,
right.
It changes like weather values. Yeah.
Could it essentially bring sun?
It takes. I don't get the dice part of it, but
I'll be honest with you, I'll have to actually look over the spell too.
I think I roll a dice and it takes that long for it to make an effect, so a lower roll is better. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
Concentration spell. Wow.
And it lasts 8 hours, or it's an 8-hour concentration.
Mm-hmm.
A 5-mile radius.
But you can change it completely, like in that 8 hours.
As you study the runes and kind of admire your craft work, and all of you kind of sigh a bit of a sigh of relief. Everyone except Caro, because she passed out in the corner. You actually feel too as well on the back of your back, Adaxi. It's a mace, right? That you wield, or is it a hammer?
Mm-hmm. A mace.
It's a mace. It begins to kind of warm and heat up some, and it almost feels uncomfortable. And as you pull it down and you look at it, at the very on the ball of the mace on the end, you see that same sort of symbol sort of get etched into the metal. These two hands holding a sun gets burned into the metal, and you have to like pull your eyes away as the light kind of is like blinding. But then you look back, and the mace is actually it becomes now a magical +1 mace. So it goes from being a standard mace to you can actually search in D&D Beyond. I think there's a mace +1 magical item that you should replace it with.
See it.
Yeah. You can do it later, too.
guess
It's not a big deal.
Dawnfather bros now, eh? Loris.
I have glowy mace.
And I have the key to your mace.
The key to my
That sounds a little sexual, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, you guys went that way. I did not.
Out of the window, Davos, you see kind of the knights kind of overtaken this portion of the portion of the cabin, and for a moment there, it's just the nighttime and this dark overcast. But you see this sort of like fluttering lights, like kind of shoot across, almost like a shooting star, and in its wake, as if someone like poured a collection of paint into the river. The colors start to kind of like weave and web out into the sky above you, and like an aurora borealis sort of like light
Walrus borealis.
Aurora borealis light show kind of overtakes the sky and follows the same path as that sort of like shooting star, and then expands out over the entire sky, and it's beautiful. And it's been beautiful when you've seen it happen, you know, since the past couple of years you've been in the Icewind Dales. But you remember that what usually follows is this sort of unrelenting cold. And as pretty as it is, it's just another sign that tomorrow will be as cold as today was. And in this sort of small workshop with these tinkering tools, and Odaxi's kind of eyes are starting to glaze over as he looks at the summer star and the hammers and the smith tools, and DeQuinn is it's rolling over in his hand this sort of this amulet that he thinks is the key to absolutely nothing. Caro in the corner, passed out, still recovering from falling 120 feet earlier. There's a sense of calm, but also a sense of, tomorrow being the same as today, and it's just another day in this kind of continuous adventure. And with that, I think we'll call it for this session before you guys do or walk somewhere that's going to cause you to be in another fight. So yeah, I want to keep it brief today, because some people have some things to do, and actually, I have some things to do as well.
Are we
so.
planning on resting here as well?
Okay, you get off this side now, but you guys are welcome to. It's definitely nighttime, so you should, either decide if you want to rest or if you're going to travel, where you're going to travel to. The cold is
Taro
setting
has
in.
already made her decision.
Yeah, she's already eyes closed from having a traumatic experience today.
Right.
She didn't even say thank you.
Did you spit on her while she's sleeping? Is that what I just heard?
No.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna rest and prepare
I
new
would wake her
spells
up and she'd
for the
slap
next
you.
day.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys can decide whatever you want to do. I'll leave it open, and obviously we can chit chat, after or before the next session, whatever you guys want to do. I just wanted to quickly put kind of a pin in tonight's session, and I will kill this stream shortly. Thank you for whoever's watching now or who will be watching later. I don't know. Have a great night. I didn't want to spoil it on stream, but I was really hoping DeQuinn would hold that Morning Star, because it'll actually incinerate anyone that holds it for more than a second. And
You mean the summer star?
It instantaneously kills with, I think, 90 fire damage anyone within like a 10-foot radius of whoever holds it.
I mean,
Goodness.
the writing was in the room. The
Totally.
charred
And the
corpse.
thing that killed me was a fall.
Yeah, well, the falls. So this place is riddled with. I'm gonna kill the music because it's driving me nuts now in my ear. I don't like to spoil like quests for you guys in case you ever like want to come back and play this module again. But the Summer Star incinerates Macrodus or whatever his name is that's holding it, and his spirit's
Yeah.
actually walking around the cabin.
I
And
was figured that as well. Yeah.
The session is designed for you guys to all be incinerated, but then your spirits also get tied to the cabin, and so you can kind of walk around and interact with Macratus or whatever his name is, as well as each other, you know, and then try and piece together. You actually, you know, did the right thing. It was not 3 people touching it, which would have been awesome, because then I would have got to incinerate all of you at one time. Would have been amazing, and I was so excited.
And
to
Caro just watching from
watch
the corner,
all
shuddering.
3 of you just
I almost die.
burn to oblivion.
I
And
think she would just jump down the hole again.
it would have been just Caro up here with all 3 of you you're able to, like, what's that movie where he gets to, like, do the pottery thing with her, like, while she's dead?
Ghost.
Ghost, yeah.
Ghost.
You guys would all been able to interact with her, which would have been amazing, but you would have had to try and piece together this puzzle to get you all.
Oh my god!
What-
She would run
Caro-
away.
Once you
Kara
complete
would have
it,
become an Oathbreaker. Kara would have straight up gone from Oath of Vengeance to lawful evil Oathbreaker.
yeah. Once you guys put it back together, you're actually blessed, and you all come back to life, which I think is, you know, it's clever, you know, it's cute or whatever. But just watching you guys all get incinerated would have been so amazing, and you guys just barely dodged it. Actually, the broken chasm was again designed to, like, kill you guys. But of course, like, DeQuinn can survive that fall, I guess, you know, and
Yeah.
Caro has the 3
We
best
took
rolls of her
12
entire
damage
life.
from falling.
Yeah.
So would have that
That's-
made me a spirit inside the house?
Yeah,
Technically?
it would have. Yeah, so it's all designed. The whole house is kind of designed to kill you,
To
one way,
kill
shape, or
you.
another.
That's hilarious.
That's good.
And you all managed. At first I was like, oh, like, you know, Davos is like, yeah, I'll turn smaller, and I was like, fuck, I should have killed Davos right there. That'd have been awesome. The house is designed to kill you, and you're supposed to interact with the spirit and try
Spirit.
and figure out how to get the Summer Star back together. And you pieced it together. You were absolutely right. 3 rings, you know, whatever, getting it done. Your base insight
Nice.
is, like, enough to figure it out, but I wanted you guys to kind of roll a little bit and try and have to toy with it some.
Oh, that's what that means? That's what that, like, determines?
Yes. So your base insight is, like, just like your normal. You're like, it's like if you have a raging modifier, like, that's just what you walk around with. So it was enough to piece it together, but, like, you know, you can't have one person just figure everything out magically, you know. I want you guys to, like, find the clues, but then you're, like, sprinting through the house finding these clues really quickly, and I was like, shit, are they gonna remember what clues they found? I don't know anymore. It's actually
stuff down.
it's a cool little quest here.
It was cool. It was kind of like an escape room.
This is the most fun I've had out of the book, like, watching you guys tinker and toy with things and fall to your death, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't know where the fuck the path back up is. I was like, I'm looking at the map. There's, like, nothing written in the book. I'm like, sure.
You're meant to die. Just die.
Yeah, what am I gonna, like, have you guys backtrack, like, 4 hours and find a way up?
This is the 3rd character in the past 3 weeks I've had to roll death saving throws for.
Yeah. Best case scenario, Caro survives. She's done next week. All 3 of you are dead, floating around this cabin for the remainder of the adventure module. And then I gotta bring in another group of adventurers and try to bring you guys back to life, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, we can figure out if you guys are more than welcome to rest here. Obviously, if you want. If you don't want to, you know, that's fine too. And we'll sort out, you know, travel back for next session and things like that. Next session will be Caro's last until she, you know, decides if she wants to play again after school or whatever she wants to do. So obviously you're welcome to hang around, chat, and watch and comment and, you know, and talk shit to everyone else. And maybe I'll bring someone in next time. I have to kind of figure that out. It might be the time afterwards where we try to bring a 4th person back in.
Maybe.
But yeah, I don't.
Advertising.
Short session today, but I thought it was a good, like, complete place to stop. I didn't want to, like, get you guys into combat and then Caro have to
good.
leave and, you know, and whatever else happens. So hopefully you guys don't feel cheated. But yeah, you guys have any questions or anything you need from me?
No, sir.
No. Are you gonna advertise just on Roll20 to see if we can get someone to fill? Like, I'll ask
Only if you
Haley, but
yeah, it's up to you. Like, if you wants, if you think Haley's in and she wants to do it, then I just want to meet her first and kind of get a quick vibe check, like I did with Caro. And she barely passed, to be frank, but she passed, so here we are.
Yeah, and now she's leaving us. So.
And now she's leaving us, so I guess trust your instincts is the real motto here.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
You
I mean,
straight away with that check.
no, yeah, I'm not gonna do it if you think that she's in, but if you're kind of on the fence, then maybe I will just as backup and just talk to some people. Like, it's pretty easy, to find people. Although 90% of the time, when I'm like, very specifically, I'm like, we want a female voice, to like be part of the party and part of the group. I still have to slog through like 9 guys. I get on the call with someone, and they're like, it's a dude. I'm like, hi. And I'm like, we're looking for like specifically like, a female voice on the show. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, how do you didn't even read? So like, why would I want someone who doesn't read and also is not a female? So I have to go through that whole thing again, but it's fine. It's like, it's no big deal. Yeah. So you just let me know. We can chit chat offline and figure it out.
Yeah. Sounds good.
But yeah, it's exciting. Next session, someone is gonna die next session, so that's gonna be the fun part.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's Caro.
It's gonna be me.
I want to take that magic star and put it in someone's mouth.
Oh my. Well, so
No,
now it's
we
stable.
fixed it.
Now it's stable.
Yeah,
so
it's not
gonna do it.
exploding anymore. Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to start making you want to make Arcana and Smith tools checks next game and try and re-break it, and
Oh
make
yeah,
it-
I'm totally
wait.
taking those tools with me, by the way.
yeah, you should.
So-
You should.
If we shove that in someone's mouth and then break a ring, does it explode?
Okay, I'm not sure it's gonna fit in someone's mouth, but I mean, I will 100% let you guys roll to do that.
You would let it.
Because that would be fucking
Okay.
badass. That's like a finisher, like a final boss finisher on like God of War.
As funny as this all is, I'm going to have to rip off now.
Okay, no problem.
You
Alright.
guys.
Talk to you later.
Feel so cultured playing with you guys.
Uh-oh.
Cultured?
Are you a randier player with your friends?
Privy paper and ripping off. And man,
Privy paper.
I'm so worldly now. Thank you.
Perfect.
It takes a group to lift everyone up.
Have you guys seen the Team America movie?
Yes, unfortunately.
The whole time we're talking about fixing. Oh, dude, it's the whole time we're talking about fixing the amulet and all right, you're smelting in this. Like, have you heard the montage song?
Yeah.
It's like the cleanest song on the.
Montage song and Team America?
Yeah, I posted it in our Discord.
Yeah, that's a great.
That's
did-
what I was hoping that would play in the background.
Yeah.
While we were rebuilding the thing. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
I
perfect.
can't for lawsuit reasons play probably it in the
Totally.
background. But yeah, we need a montage. It's time for a montage. Very cool. All right, gents. Yeah. Enjoy the rest of your night and or morning if you're
Do.
if you're somewhere
Yeah, we get
strange.
metal lawn. Yay.
You guys
Well,
too.
we got 10 inches of snow, so we have
Dude, we
Yeah, a
got
lot
it
of
here
snow.
too.
it's pretty bad.
We had 200 mil of rain, so yeah.
We don't even know what milliliters are in the United States, so
That's
don't
right.
worry
We're
about it.
willfully ignorant. With the
We
metric
all
system,
we
so-
all
Oh.
we all pictured a beaker, and even then we don't know how much 200 milliliters of a beaker is. So we have no goddamn clue.
Rock, flag, and eagle, baby. All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
Have a great night, everyone.
See you guys.
You too, bud.
See ya.
Peace.